Yes, yes. WGP, the wrestling geeks and the pariahs. I am the Reverend Gimme Doe, and please believe WGP made a great contribution to the building fund to secure my services here. And I am here with none other than the great man himself. He may look like that man, huge erection, but I swear it is not him. We got Brother Grimes in the building. How you doing today, brother?
Reverend, what I did to that sorry piece of shit,
Ooh.
Hugh Direction, I took him off the face of WGP.
Well. Such very stern words today, Brother Grimes. But please don't hesitate to be violent, but please be a little respectful. We got other competitors that want to get violent today. I'm pretty sure, brother, you'll have your chance. But before we get to tonight's action here in the WGP, uh, this week we lost a great brother in the bad guy, Scott Hall. And so before we do what we love to do as promo artists, let's make sure we pay some respects to the brother, the bad guy himself, Scott Hall, baby.
Hey, yo. Everybody say hello to the bad guy.
From Tampa, Florida, weighing 294 pounds, the Coyote, Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon.
You know, God gave him a lot of gifts. He was a big, rugged guy with a good look, aptitude for this business, knowledge that he acquired. He had a good grasp on the business.
I'm 6'6", I'm nearly 300 pounds. You can't miss me when you walk in the building.
Everybody that worked with Razor Ramon came out the other side twice as good or even better than they were before.
He actually made it cool to be the bad guy.
I was first drawn to wrestling because I just liked the lifestyle. I just thought it was so cool. I just wanted to be Dusty. I just wanted to be Barry Windham. I just wanted to be over in Florida. Kurt was so unselfish. I'm so amazed by Kurt and influenced by him. J.J. Dillon was the first guy to show me anything about work. He always worked with Dusty real well. He was the detail guy. I was shooting vignettes with Vince for the Razor character, and he left TV and personally directed him in South Beach. And Vince is loving the gift. He tells me to speak really slowly. He goes, there's a difference between commanding attention and demanding attention. He's really involved with the development of this character, which is great for me.
I'm not going to kick sand in your face, Chico. I'm going to kick your stinking face into the sand. Nobody beats the bad guy. It's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get up. Too sweet!
Dally gave me the black hair gimmick, told me to shave the mustache. He wanted me to have the Rob Lowe stubble. Because as soon as I did that stud gimmick, the first time I was on TV, Pat Patterson called my house and said, Vince loves the new look. And Dallas is Dallas, man. He's a kook, he's eccentric. I love him like a brother. And he's just so upbeat and so positive and talkative.
Sean Razor and I spent 300 days a year driving 250 miles from town to town. Shawn Michaels was the one that gave me the opportunity to do what I wanted to do. He taught me to love this business, and he put me on the beach. Scott Hall kept me there. And Scott and I were great friends, but Scott was a mentor to me in the ring.
He had the skills, he had the look, he had the aptitude. He was big, he could work with any talents. He could be a big heel or he could be a big baby face. Scott's personal demons the only negative on his checklist.
Scott, when his head is clear, when he's into it, when he's interested and motivated, brilliant guy.
I've had the luxury of wrestling against, working with some great talent. I had the privilege of being guided along the way and mentored
by great talent. To those people, I say thank you. In my lifetime, I've learned hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Bad guys do indeed. Before we get to today's action, Brother Grimes, just real quick, man. I know this is a tough loss for us in the wrestling world, but please share with our audience just the effect of Brother Scott Hall had on yourself, brother.
Man, Scott Hall is the reason why I became that wrestling fan. Scott, let's just put it this way, ladies and gentlemen. If there was no Scott Hall, there would have been no NWO. No NWO, no Monday Night Wars. Fast forward to today, there would have been no BC. There probably would have never been any EOR, any freight, any of the other factions, great factions that we have in these promo industries. This man paved the way for all of us. Even though all we do is promos, that man gave us that stepping stone.
I cannot agree more, Brother Grimes. Just Reverend Gimme Doe himself being a result of the Attitude Era. And that with the NWO and Brother Hall being pretty much the genesis, the beginning of that so-called Attitude Era, where as a young Reverend Gimme Doe was so infatuated with professional wrestling and just a man like Scott Hall that was too cool for school. And he was just too sweet. And Brother Hall, we will forever miss you and may you rest in paradise, our dear brother. But we are here to get things cracking on a very special Wicked Wednesday. And first up, we have the unhinged switchblade Austin Wild taking on TK3. What do you think about this matchup, Brother Grimes?
I'm excited to see it. TK3, he's been a thorn in everybody's side. He's that arrogant little bastard that everybody just wants to get their hands on and strangle his neck.
That is true. He's almost like a hemorrhoid that just won't go away, or a case of herpes. But the man does have talent, and his opponent, Austin Wild, is a guy that I think can sometimes surprise you and yet sometimes let you down. But let's see if tonight on Wicked Wednesday is the day that he pulls a good victory over TK3. Let's take it down to the action.
TK3, time is slowly ticking away. The reason why I haven't said anything is because I like to evaluate my opponents. I like to listen to what they have to tell me first. It's like someone telling someone a story. And your story wasn't quite entertaining. In fact, it put me to sleep. So, my words exactly, I've been sleeping because you bore the fuck out of me. Every time you come out here, you spew stupid shit out of that shit spewer of yours. You just sit there and go blah, 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 blah. My opponent sucks because I'm better than them. Buddy, is that all you have? It's the same goddamn ammo you used against your last opponent. Yes, I know very damn well what you did to your last opponent. But guess what? It ain't gonna work on me. Because I ain't no slouch, I ain't no pushover. I come in to Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs to work my ass off. And yes, I can admit as of late, I've been slacking, but it's time to pick up the pace, and I'm gonna do exactly that. This week, TK3, I need to make a statement. I need to make my name known. And if I don't get my name on that silver platter, then so be it. I will walk off this goddamn doorway of this company. I will walk out of that door. Because I have tried constantly to make a name for myself. I have tried and tried and tried and tried. It's time I need to step up my game. Otherwise, I need to get out of the goddamn kitchen. Because it seems to me that someone has a grudge against me. So I'm going to go all out with this. And I'm not going to stop. TK3, you think that you are going to annihilate me within a matter of moments. No, I don't think that's going to happen, because what I think is going to happen is how it's going to go. I am the fate decider. I am the match dealer, and I am the one who's going to deal your death to you. All this talk from you and no action. I want to see something else from you. Something completely different. Something I will not expect. Do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes to bring that to the table? Do you know what it's like to fight for your food? That's my question. Because I know what it's like, and I'm doing it right now. I'm taking down the bigger dog. I'm the underdog in this match, and I don't give a shit whether people want to laugh or not. I'm coming full force, and I ain't stopping, bitch.
Kensington III is TK3.
Boom, baby. It's me, it's that TK3 back again. And this time, I'm doing a little favor, a little charity work. Because you see, no one wanted to face poor little Austin Wilde on Wicked Wednesday. Well, Austin, you're in luck. Because I just had to take pity on you, my friend. You see, let's be honest, you don't really deserve anything, do you? You're a blight, a very stain on the fabric of the promo multiverse. You have no talent. The only reason you got booked is because I agreed to say yes to this match. But I didn't do it because I respect you. Far from it. I don't think you're capable of doing anything in the ring, my friend. You have no talent. You're a hack. You're a wannabe. The whole reason I accepted this match was because A, I want to prove myself to Marcus Mark, and B, it's going to be an easy payday, because I'm going to definitely walk out of here the winner. Alright? No matter how many times I've lost, and trust me, I know I've lost a few matches here and there. I've definitely been on a bit of a losing streak. But those ways are about to change, because as many times as I lose, I'm never defeated, because I keep putting myself back up on top. I keep picking myself up, dusting myself off, and proving why I am the first generation of excellence. And let's be honest, Austin Wilde, whose man's is this? Who in the world says that Austin Wilde's their favorite talent? Here's the thing about Austin Wilde. Unlike me, where I pick myself up after every loss and I resolve to be better next time around, Austin Wilde, he lets the losses consume him. He's a different man because he keeps losing and he doesn't know how to handle defeat. Austin Wilde is somebody who's nothing more than a chicken. He talks about everything. He talks a big game. He talks about how he's so awesome. He talks about how he's the heartless one, an unhinged switchblade. But little does he know that little switchblade of his is nothing more than a butter knife. Dull, harmless, and let's be honest. If you say anything derogatory to Austin, outside of the context of a promo, he cries like a little baby. Austin, this is a man's world, my friend. And if you can't survive with the Wolves, you ain't gonna come back leading the pack, my friend. You're not gonna make it in general. So I suggest that before you step foot into the graveyard, where even the Wolves fear to tread, you realize that there is a bigger dog in this yard, and his name is TK3. Because right now, even though in the midst of all this uncertainty about my future in WGP, with Marcus Smart, with A-List Alverson, with all that jazz, I continue to prove why I am deserving of everything. I'm here today to prove that you are has-been. Matter of fact, you're never was. TK3 out.
Well. Nice little matchup we had there between the unhinged Switchblade, excuse the good Reverend, Switchblade and TK3. I do believe we have a winner, Brother Grimes.
We do. And the winner of this match is TK3.
Well. The little hemorrhoid, the thorn in everybody's side in the promo world walks away with a victory over Austin Wild.
You know, that man right there makes me just want to come back to WGP, get my hands around his throat.
Ooh, Brother Grimes, relax. I know he might stir up a little emotions in you, brother, but we'll come to that in future endeavors. But we do have one very important announcement from the A-lister himself. Now he is considered the number one contender, and he has the choice of facing a champion here in WGP. And I do believe we had that announcement from Mr. A-lister.
Here it is. Special presentation by A-List Alverson. Let's do the courtesy of making sure that everybody's on the same page and reading the same book, shall we? See, back at Bloodbath, there was a match taking place that stipulated that the winner would have the free run choice of any championship of their choosing at the next extravaganza. Long story short, when the Bloodbath was all rinsed off, we had Hollywood Haywood, the world champion. We had Stump, the Havoc champion. And we had A-List Alverson holding the dodgeball. Well, gosh, you know, I've followed the career of these gentlemen here in WGP, and Stump, his vision of pride is just something to behold, isn't it? So happy to finally win his first championship here amongst the geeks and the pariahs, as if he is a god among men. And my name just wouldn't be A-List Alverson if I didn't aim to ruin somebody's day to the best of my ability. I want to take out that champion Stump. But then again, it would be ignorant of me and irresponsible to look at that world championship match and not take some kind of exception to the tools that Hollywood Haywood used to win the title. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Using my work to win the match. Not just lines that I wrote. Not just quotes that I said. Literally putting my promo into his to help him win the match. Well, that doesn't make him the WGP champion at all, does it? If you ask me, A-List Alverson has direct rights to that title belt because it was my submission that coaxed the judges into giving the victory to the guy that used it. You have interest to pay on that one, Hollywood Haywood. And for that reason, you and I are going to continue to go around drawing money no matter what letters are up on the door. Because, golly damn, what are you going to do? Beat me with my own material too? You and me, Haywood. Another chapter. Another nick in the armor. Let's have a go at it.
Well. Brother Grimes, what do you make of that?
You know, I've always liked A-List. But I don't think you should go after Stump. A-List Alverson, in my opinion, is a world champion. Havoc's below him.
I do believe that He made a big proclamation that Haywood did steal his material to gain that WGP championship. So I'm hoping that is what we see coming up in the future between A-List and Haywood.
I feel like no matter who A-List face will be A-List holding the title at the end. That's my personal opinion.
Honestly, Brother Grimes, I can't disagree with you more. That man, A-List Alverson, has been given a gift from up above that only the big man himself can bestow on us mere mortals. And I tell you, WGP, that A-lister has exactly that gift of gab. But we will see that in the future. And our next matchup, we have two familiar faces that, Brother Grimes, you are quite familiar with, making his long-awaited return to WGP, the Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs. We had none other than the Canadian Crippler, Gene Emerson, as he takes on a familiar foe, the OG Bossolini. Brother Grimes, what do you believe of this matchup?
Here's the thing. We haven't seen Gene Emerson since I tossed his ass off the cliff well over a year ago. And now the Canadian Crippler has rised from the cliff, clawed his way up, and is back. Is Canadian Crippler a changed man, or is he going to fall again? Does Bossolini have what it takes to be the true boss of WGP and take the Crippler down? Who knows?
You are absolutely right, Brother Grimes. We have the match of the Rusting versus the Rusted, and we'll see who will come out the victor. Let's take it down to the action.
GP, acknowledge me. I am back on your screens to face in Wicked Wednesday, the one and only. That guy that's been tied to my hip, the guy that's been a boil in my ass, the guy who's followed me around my entire promo career. Are you mad? I've heard that you're mad at me. Is it because I threw down a leather belt that had 3 words on it that mean so much to you? Well, you and I know what they did for me. You and I know exactly how I was treated around there. Now, don't get me wrong, there were some high points, but there was a lot of more low points than high points. You know the whole story, and yet you're mad at me? I've been gone away for a year, but it's not like I haven't had eyes on the page. I've been gone away for a year, and it's not like I've heard what you've been doing. It's great that you got all these lovely young guns underneath your wing, Mr. Bossolini. Remember that, because that's the last time I say it. All you've done for them is what you've become for you. You've become nothing more than a broke-back, whiny baby bitch. You're no longer a boss. No, you're Winalini. And all those that are underneath you are doing nothing more than the same. Whining to management. I can't get this, I can't get that. Though you have those magic golden tickets to put your ass up front. But you choose to whine, moan, and complain. I would suggest you cast some of those suckers in. Do it right now while the getting's good. Because by the end of tonight, Winalini, I don't think anybody is going to be remembering your ass. And if they do, all they're going to remember is how bad I kicked it here tonight. Now, Winalini, I figured you'd be able to teach the young bloods how it's supposed to go around here, but no. I heard one of your guys, I didn't know mumble promo was a thing, but hey, to each their own. Winalini, all you've been doing is bitching, moaning, and complaining. You should go back to those 3 little letters. I heard that you run the place now. You should stay there. Because here, in WGP, we don't go for shit like that. Here, you gotta do the work. I remember when you used to be called a workhorse. I'm more of a workhorse than you'll ever be. And I've proven that. Now, you only gave me 45 minutes on a hype, and you believe that's all I was deserving. I believe that 4 minutes is too much for Mr. Winalini, but hell, I'm still here going to kick your ass from pillar to post. Because that's what I do. That's what top guys do. You haven't been a top guy in a long time. You haven't been at boss level for a long time. You're nothing more than somebody's grunt. Do I need to say who? Well, we all know who. But by the way, Mr. Winalini, you can whine, bitch, moan, and complain all you want. But at the end of tonight, the product is still going to be the same. I win. And I showcase why I show up, I show out, and I showcase why I'm still a top guy.
WGP, you know what it is. You know what time it is. It's me, OG Borsalini. And I get to go head to head with the walking shit stain of the promo game. Yeah, I'm talking about the Canadian Crippler. So today I am here to do our eulogy. We are gathered here to pay the respects of the man who felt that he was the god in the promo game. We are talking about the man that is known as the Canadian Crippler, Gene Emerson. Mr. Emerson, today you came out, you came back and you did disrespectful things. And as we see the champion of WGP, the man known as Hollywood Haywood, drew some offense to that. But I draw a little more offense to that because I know that you thought that that was going to get you somewhere in life. You thought that doing something like that would get you somewhere in life. Well, listen here, you disrespectful son of a bitch. When you come out and you want to talk about a federation, make sure that federation can return the comments. But no, you came out here, you did this, you went into 2 feds and threw that federation, that said federation's title belt across the room. Like you wasn't proud to hold it when you had it. Yeah, walking shit stain. Look, if you got a problem with the fed, you got a problem with the belt, I'll give you my address, you can send it to me directly. But for right now, it's time for me to put my boot up your ass. Crippler, you've been gone for a whole year. And the question is, what was your last match before you went in a hiatus? Before you became vacant? Before you turned invisible? I can tell you, you went head to head with a shot caller. And who was it? Oh, that's right. He is I and I is him. You went head to head with me and I told you before that you ain't nothing but a shit stain. You ain't nothing but irrelevant garbage. And now you got a line going around the block ready to whoop your ass. And you know what makes it funny to me? I'm not going to give everything in this match, but I wanted to let you know that as a disrespectful bastard, I'm going to whoop your ass every time I see you. You can come out and say whatever the fuck you want to, but now Borsalini is pissed. Borsalini is at a point that he want to punch you in your throat from the back of your head. But don't worry, that's not what's going to happen. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a proverbial lock on your tongue. So every time you pull that son of a bitch out, it just drops and drags across the floor. Why? Because that's what you deserve. You don't deserve to get treated like a normal human being. You don't deserve to get treated like a promo artist. Because you forget where you started. You forget those 3 letters that you talk so badly about is where you got your start, where the Crippler was born. And without those 3 letters, you would not exist. You would not be the Canadian Crippler. You would not be Gene Emerson. You would not be the Canadian Dragon. You would not be any of these fucking names that you call yourself. But now you thought because you're big and bad and you're back and you throw out that shit and you disrespect the Federation, you think the people up top gonna be like, I like this guy. He's somebody special. No, they looked and said, this guy gotta be out of his fucking mind. Because you must have forgot who I am and what I do. I'm gonna whoop your ass every chance I get. So, Crippler, This is just the beginning. And I really ain't even giving much thought. This is off the top of the dome, and I do it how I want to do it. And until then, fuck you, fuck your feelings, and have a nice day.
Man, I have never seen the big boss man in such spirits like that, Brother Grimes. I mean, my man was using a lot of four-letter words, and that can only mean trouble. But I do believe we have a winner. Yes, Brother Grimes.
Did he just say what I think he said? Fuck your feelings?
I do believe he did say that, Brother Grimes. A coincidence, huh?
That's a little badass there, Bossolini.
Yes.
That
was. Yeah, I thought that was a good matchup right there, Brother Grounds. And go ahead and announce our winner of that match right there.
Our winner of the match is none other than Gene Emerson.
Wow. Now that's a little result I was not expecting. I can't lie, Brother Grounds, because I am such a man of the, man above. I'm a faithful follower, and nothing wicked. The Reverend does nothing wicked at all. So I must tell the truth. I've never seen Bossolini with such vitriol in his promos. So I do believe that I thought he was going to come out victor, but nonetheless, it's my first time laying eyes on the Canadian Crippler, and he is quite impressive himself.
I think one of Bossolini's issues might have been that he got some of his facts wrong. But that's no here nor there, and it's not for me to, say. I'm just saying,
yeah. I understand, Brother Grimes. Sometimes, some things that happen can spark different emotions and leave you speechless, but it's okay.
Reverend.
Yes, sir.
I understand you're a man of God, but do you know what today is?
I do believe that today is none other than 316 Day. It quite is. Right. It exactly is 316 days. So I believe I got enough clout with the big man to say, oh, hell yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yes. So please participate and partake in 316 Day. I know the good Reverend is a good component of 420 Day. I will partake in some 316 Day today. But, Brother Grimes, I do believe that we have a little bit of a face-to-face action, because those who have been paying attention in WGP, TK3, who is coming off a victory earlier today on Wicked Wednesday, has a little bit of a conundrum or a quarrel with Mark the Smart. And how do you feel about this situation, Brother Grimes?
You know what? I'm glad these guys are able to sit down and talk it out. Mark the Smart, he sometimes gets a little too markish, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's about the marks.
So, but I'm looking forward to this. I've heard they may have came to a resolution. I'm not sure. But no matter what, it's going to be phenomenal to watch.
Well, let's take it down to this face-to-face between TK3 and Mark the Smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, Trenton Kensington III is TK3.
You can run if you want to, yeah, 'cause you can't hide. So you can run.
let's get this done and dusted real quick. I'm a very busy man these days. You see, I'm fielding contract offers from multiple places across the promo multiverse. They all want TK3 to appear. But I'm going to give WGP a chance to redeem themselves and make sure that they know what they're about to miss out on. Gold and sand is just dripping through your fingers. Unless, mark this mark, you, of course, have a chance to stop this. So, let's go ahead and talk turkey, Mark. But before we do that, it's me. It's that TK3. And my time here today is extremely valuable. So, Mark, all I ask is that you, my friend, you finally come to your senses and you apologize for the transgressions you have brought me today. Alright, these past couple weeks, a lot of people have begun to lose faith in TK3. Alright? The entire Kensington family, they're embarrassed to call me their son, their relative, their sibling, their cousin, anything. Because I've been disrespected so many times. And it's not going to happen again. So, Mr. Mark, I implore you to make the decision necessary here today.
Now look, TK3, I already told you it had nothing to do with the decision between you and A.S. Albertson. Now look, I subscribe to the newsletter because I pay more attention to the wrestling business than any of you dumb marks. So, your match with A.S. Albertson was pre-recorded, and when the officials decided who was the winner, they updated the newsletter, and I was able to see it before anybody else. And so, whenever RYK lost his feed, I knew I had to do something, and since I subscribed and I had the results up on my computer for your match, I just had to step in and I just read what is on the newsletter. It isn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. So, you're asking me to apologize, for something. Well, I was just relaying the message from the actual officials. So, it isn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. So, you want me to apologize, but I'm not going to do it because I know I didn't do anything wrong.
You dare to disrespect me. You're spitting in my face. You know that? But you know what? I had a feeling you weren't going to apologize, Mark. I had a feeling that you weren't going to do the job. That you weren't going to discuss business. You see, I've thought ahead. I've thought ahead, Mark. You thought you could pull one over on me. Well, I know that there are some people out there who want me to quit. There are some people out there who demand that I request my release from WGP because I'm being treated unfairly. They're basically telling me, we're better off without you. Get on out of here, kid. You can't cut it with the big timers. I am a big timer! I am a first-generation superstar, and I won't be disrespected. Me quitting is what all of you want to see. So instead of giving you that satisfaction of me walking off into the sunset and closing this door of my career shut behind me, instead, I'm going to give you the opposite. You want to see me leave? Too bad. Instead, I'm coming to take what I want. But I didn't do it alone. Because you see, Mark, while you stand there, I've orchestrated the perfect plan to perfection. There's someone else out there who wants to get out of here as much as I do. Who wants to leave the shithole just as much as I do. But here's the thing. He doesn't want to give you the satisfaction of him just walking out of here. He wants to make you suffer and prove that he can get what he wants when he asks for it. So it's time I introduce to you my insurance policy. My best friend. Another esteemed and distinguished gentleman from a long family line. TK3 is here to introduce to you Winthrop Percy Alexander IV. And together we are the Winner's Circle. Oh, Winthrop! You know what to do.
Oh, you mean WPA4? Yeah, I know all about that guy. What are you doing here?
What's up, Peckerhead? Oh, yeah, it's me, all right. Ladies and dirtbags, I bet you did not expect to see me again. Winthorpe Percy Alexander the Fourth. How about that? Surprise! So, probably wondering what the hell I'm still doing here, huh? Well, 10-day contract expires. There's a clause that if I was not offered a counter contract within 72 hours and I did not fax in my termination papers in 72 hours, it auto-renewed for 1 year, $13 million. I am the highest paid superstar, professional wrestler, promo, predictor in all of professional wrestling sports. Me! Winthorpe Percy Alexander the Fourth. You will never forget the name. Never forget the name. I am style. I am class. I am perfection. I am so fine. I am always dressed to the nines. Now, some of you morons might be wondering why. Why? Because TK3, he's a wonderful, wonderful man. And he cannot stay here and fight you filthy, disgusting, unhygienic bastards on his own. So, I let the whole contract thing play out, and now the winner's circle is going to clean up WGP and take over. We are the winner's circle. TK3, WPA4. We are changing the face of not only WGP, but all of Prediction League, all of Promo League wrestling. We are the hottest thing going right now. Nobody can touch us.
Brother Grimes, what do we have here? A formation of a new faction. We have TK3 and WPA the Fourth, aka the Winner's Circle. Brother Grimes, I don't know what to make of this, brother.
I heard a certain figure put out there, $13 million.
Yes.
$13 million to, what did he say? The best promo artist, best professional wrestler, best prediction, something else. He forgot one thing. He forgot to mention one thing.
And what is that, Brother Grimes?
He is the most paid, biggest piece of shit that I have ever seen. You got TK3 now, who I just want to strangle him and pop his head like a zit. WPA4. Well, guys, I'm James Grimes.
Well, I do want to mention WPA4 Winthrop Percy Alexander IV for 13 million. Please swing on by the Reverend Sanctuary and drop something to the building fund. The knowledge is a little loose, so please make your way over to the sanctuary. But interesting result there. Looked like Mark the Smart took a little punch to the face, and I don't know when we'll hear from Mark the Smart again. But put some ice on that, Mark. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
It might fix his lisp. What happened?
I don't know. I think that lisp is permanent, but let's see if it can actually help figure his face, make it a little bit more manageable to look at. Hopefully, once the swelling goes down. But let's move on to some more action here on Wicked Wednesday. I'm sorry, I get a little PTSD when I hear this name, Young Gun. I still have never forgotten what that Wicked EORL reality fellas did to the good Reverend. I invited them. Well, I didn't invite them, but they took over my sanctuary and held me hostage with a pistol to my, cabeza. And I did not appreciate that. And I still have yet to get my retribution, but the good Reverend will get his retribution. But the Young Gun is in action as he takes on a good friend of mine's, part of their Highway Hellraisers, BoJack Grizz, in I think a very going to be a slobber knocker of a match. Do you say so yourself, Brother Grimes?
Going back to you talking about what the Young Gun and EOR did to you, it was horrible. And you want to get your revenge. I understand you want to get your revenge.
I'm going to have my revenge, Daddy.
I just so happen to know a few people that might be able to help you out. But I will say this, Young Gun, that boy is on fire. That boy has talent. And I cannot wait to see this match.
Yes. This is a very interesting matchup. Although I despise that Young Gun in them EOR fellas, they are rather talented-ish. And a man that has been, to me, under the radar, who is soon going to break out, is none other than BoJack Grizz. I do like the trajectory this fella is going. The improvement that this man has showed is quite remarkable. But without further ado, let's take it down to the action of the Young Gun versus BoJack Grizz.
BoJack. You see, Bo, I see now you're starting to get your foot wet at many of promotions. You finally debuted around FTW, and now you come over to WGP. And do you think for an absolute second, when you're paired up against the Young Gun, I'm going to let you come in here and make a name off of my back? That's what I do the other cats. You see, BoJack, this shit ain't personal. This shit is strictly business. You see, since I've been here in WGP, I've been doing nothing but causing havoc. I've been doing nothing but dominating. And you are just the next victim, Jack. You see, Jack, the thing about it is I know that you one of the type of cats that like to raise a little bit of hell. And what you fail to realize is you're not going to raise that hell at my expense. Since I've been over here in WGP, I've taken names out like Jay Briggy, like Rig, like Heathen. And you are another body bag I'm waiting to fill. Because when you come at the king of Outbreak, you best not miss. The thing is, Bo, welcome. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you for being another man on the roster. Now, what your little fun-loving ass need to do is get the fuck to the back of the line and wait your turn, because this is the Young Guns' time to shine. This is the Young Guns' home, and if you come in the Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs thinking for a fucking second that you were gonna make noise, that you were gonna have this grand opening debut, you are sadly fucking mistaken. So I want you to go run back to your compound and tell your little homeboys about the ass whooping that the Young Gun has given you. Because I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of sitting in the backdrop. I'm tired of being overlooked by cats who can't even tie my shoes when it comes to this promo and shit. Now, I want some fucking gold. And Bojack, I had to take your little bitch ass out to get what I want. Now, I got my eyes set on whoever is walking around with that Havoc Championship. No matter if it's Rig, no matter if it's BDS himself. One of y'all bitch ass motherfuckers are gonna answer to the Young Gun. Target, set, bet.
Some of those things everybody knows is true. But you got a couple things. Just by mentioning my name. Just by uttering the word Bojack Riz. Ladies and gentlemen of WGP Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs, the standard Bojack Riz has come to make his long-awaited debut here in WGP. And tonight, I don't have an easy task ahead of me, or at least I've never thought this to be an easy task up until now, but you guys have put me across the ring, right across that 20 by 20 from none other than the Young Gun. And Young Gun, let me tell you something, man. I see you. I see what you've been doing, and I have mad respect for you, man. Emphasis on had. Emphasis on the past tense, because that respect stops tonight, because so far I have heard nothing from you. And I have come to expect more from someone like you, Young Gun. I have come to expect so much more. I expected you to be all over me. I expected you to leave no stone unturned. I expected you to do your homework. I expected you to come at me with some serious things that were going to be hard for me to rebut. But no, all I get from you is silence, crickets, nothing. Have you gone soft, Young Gun? Have you started to slack? Because I know having the talent that you have, being in demand the way that you're in demand, working at the places that you work, it gets tiring. It's hard. Only those that are at that upper level can make sure that they get all this stuff done. They get everything in. And I don't think that you have what it takes anymore. I think you've lost sight of what's important. I think that you've lost sight of the things that you need to be keeping an eye on, Young Gun. I think you've gone soft. Matter of fact, I think you're softer than goose shit, Young Gun. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, somebody had to say it. And I'm not afraid of you. I'm not worried about you. I don't think that you stand a snowball's chance of hell of beating the standard Bojack Riz. And that's just facts. And facts are what they are. We can't change them. We can't make them any different. And you damn sure cannot tempt fate. and your fate is already sealed, young gun. Your envelope, this match card, my W is already signed, sealed, and delivered. This is just a formality, young gun. Now you know exactly what you have to do to be able to compete at the higher levels, to be able to hang with the likes of the standard Bojack Grizz. This match ends just like every other match that I'm involved in. Bojack Bomb, your lifeless carcass on its back in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Standard for the win. Now if you think that this is going to go any other way, you can mess around and find out.
My goodness, WGP. Did y'all just really witness what just... That was a slobber knocker, if I do say so myself, Brother Grimes.
That was absolutely phenomenal.
That was a match. That was a good match right there. And I do believe we do have a winner, Brother Grimes. Go ahead and announce the winner of that great slobber knocker that we just witnessed right there.
The winner of the match is none other than the Young Gun.
Oh, my goodness. As much I don't like that Vasily Young Gun, he is very talented. But in my opinion, that could have went either way. Either way. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Any last words on that great match? I see you almost speechless right there, Brother Grimes.
You know what?
I know. That was phenomenal. I gotta say, it was almost a symphony of words right there. As much as I don't like that Vasily Young Gun little pea shooter, but he was shooting great ammunition. He was, and like I said earlier before the match, Bojack Grizz is easily becoming one of my favorite promo artists. He brought some fire to this match as well, and like I said, I believe there was no loser in that great battle right there. I know there was an actual winner, and the W has to go to the Young Gun, but as a promo fan, that was phenomenal right there.
The fans, you know what? So far, this entire show, the fans have won.
Yes.
This has been a phenomenal show from beginning to where we are now, and there's nothing that I can complain about when it came to this show.
Not at all. And if you want to see other great promo federations do their thing, please check out this next commercial.
FTW Premier Promo League. The Promo Performance Alliance. Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs. The Voice of Honor. And Heart and Soul Promotions presents a showcase for everyone. The Champion Showcase, coming in June 2022.
Oh my goodness.
That is huge news for the entire promo industry.
That is at least, I counted, I do believe 5 different promotions.
5 phenomenal promotions.
VOH, HSP, WGP, PPA, and FTW. My goodness, Brother Grimes, that's going to be a hit this summer. I mean, 5 promotions, 5 great promotions.
That's going to be something to definitely keep your eye on. That is something that people are going to talk about that event for years to come.
My goodness. Well, until then, we're going to be provided with some more great content from here in WGP until we get to that phenomenal tournament of champions in June. But we do believe that we have come to that time of the show that we are here at the main event. And Brother Grimes, forgive me, I do believe we got some top tier talent tonight in this main event. Yes, we do, sir.
We do. Well, one top tier talent.
Well, please elaborate, Brother Grimes, before we get to this main event.
That top tier talent that I am talking about is my brother. That is Jay Briggy. I have been up and down the promo roads with this man. We have bled, tears, and everything with each other. There's not a damn thing that this man and I have not done in this promo industry without each other beside each other. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional right here. And then you have that roadkill looking mother rig.
Yeah, and you know, please excuse me. I am a fan favorite of R to the I to the double G. We have done many business adventures between the Reverend Sanctuary and the Highway Hellraisers, but I will always give my respect to the R to the I to the double G because he definitely scratches claws and fights for everything he owns. He is a fighter, and so I do like this matchup of a Highway Hellraiser and Jay Briggy, who himself holds no punches, no pun intended, because Jay Briggy is a hard hitter his damn self.
You said that he was hot. What exactly did you just say about Riggs? Sorry.
He is a Highway Hellraiser, and he's a hard hitting son of a gun. I do believe that this matchup will be very hard hitting, and so I think we are in store for a great, main event here tonight at Wicked Wednesday.
So earlier you were talking about this. This is my personal opinion on Riggs. You were talking about TK3 being that hemorrhoid, that itch, right? Well, if TK3 is the hemorrhoid of WGP, Riggs is like the herpes. You can never get rid of him.
Well, I hope that he can provide a little bit of penicillin to ease that pain away. But look, without further ado, let's take it down to the action. We are here at your main event here tonight at Wicked Wednesday. None other than Rig versus Jay Briggy. Take.
Huh? Well, that's today? Really? Oh, damn it. Alright. I'm an easy ass whooping anyway. I get there. Just hold yours. Fuck it. I cannot believe that I've got to deal with you as soon as I fucking wake up, Briggy. As you can tell, I wasn't all that worried about our match because I know this would be an easy ass whooping. But let's get down to business, shall we? Still have to have a match, and I still got to whoop your sorry ass, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for you, anyway. I just can't believe I gotta fucking wake up to do this shit. Anyway, now that that's done, Jay Briggy, the man of many monikers, many names, and everything else, the man that has held titles all throughout his promo career. And before you say it, Briggy, I know. You've held all these titles, and I have held none. I done gave you credit. Shut the fuck up. Now, how about we have a little story time, if you will, there, Jay Briggy? As I mentioned earlier, you've been all across the promo land. You see, me and you, we come from the same place. And I started watching you back then as I sat in my hype towards you. And back then, you had not one, but two personas. Some whatever, and then some jackass swamp donkey. And then time went on, and you got mad, and you let your buddies talk you into, oh, well, let's go over here. I mean, you're failing in your career anyway, bud. So, look, come over here with us to Watermelon, Grapes, and Pears, and we'll see what we can do over there. Kind of sounds a little fruity, if you ask me, a little fruity situation.
I don't really know if that was exactly an improvement for your career, but hey, if that's where you wanted to start your downfall, then so be it. And then you come over here with your little gang of bitch-ass, whiny club, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves, because you can tell I call you bitch-ass club as I always have, because all y'all ever did was come on screen and bitch. And if you didn't win, then you fucking ran and went over to the evolution of Promo Land. When that evolution happened, you decided, oh, I don't like this gimmick no more. I'm going to change to this gimmick. And that didn't really work out for you. You kind of dropped the ball there. And now, you look back on everything, and you decided to join a cult because your buddies in the bitch-ass club ran off and hid and did their own thing because they realized that it was no longer a need for them to be here and they was losing their talent just like you. But you went over there, and that was the only time that you showed a little bit difference in your gimmick. As some kind of Irish fucking idiot, I see you bringing me back over there. And then you come back over here, when you hype against me, you decide to shred off the cult life war clothes because you realize that was another failure going down. And you want to bring back Badass Club again. Bitch-ass Club, where the hell you want to call yourselves yet again. And we sit here, and I'm looking, and the thing about it is, Briggy, you've lost your touch and lost your game a long fucking time ago. And now you're resorting back to old fucking gimmicks because you've realized that you forgot how the fuck to do this anymore. You've realized that now in the promo world, you are outnumbered and you are done. You've talked many times about leaving and retiring. Even this match you said could be one of your very last. Is that really the case? Or is it really that you no longer lack the testicular fortitude to the higher-ups wanting to push you out the way because they know that you are not the new now, you don't have it anymore, and that the fresh new talent coming in is where it's at, and they don't want to hurt your precious little feelings, so they're trying to convince you to fucking retire. Tell you what, Jay Brigman, I'm out of time here. So, I will leave you with a couple of favors. Not really favors, but tokens of gratitude, if you will. I'm on my way to the top. You've been at the bottom for a while now, and you'll continue to be there. So here, you old ass, 30-year-old looking 60? Here's you some fresh start vitamins. I recommend taking them, because you need a fresh, brand new outlook on life. And also, here's a map for you to find your way back to the top when you get your fucking head out of your ass and find your balls again. This is Rig, signing out. I'll see you later, bitch.
Now, I know I didn't hear Rig out here talking to Stump in Hollywood about being a champion, knowing what it takes to be a champion, doing what a champion does. I know I did not hear that, right? Because, Rig, what the fuck do you know about being a champion, boy? Don't worry, I'll wait. You hear that? Nothing. Just like you. Because the only time you've ever been a champion in your life, Rig, was the hot dog eating championship down at your local truck stop. And I already know how you won because I know your technique. You put your hands behind your back, you get on your knees, and you... One slurp, no teeth, right? That's how a ton of wieners have made it down that gullet. You sorry sack of shit. You come out here and you call yourself a legend of the wrestling promo business. You call yourself one of the greats. No one else fucking called you that, Rig. That's something you have in your own mind. The only legendary thing you've ever done out here in the promo ring is come out here and talk a bunch of shit that you couldn't back up. The only legendary thing that you've ever done out here in this promo ring is come out here and make an ass of yourself and embarrass the shit out of yourself. That's all you've done. You're no legend. And then you want to know why I've been ducking you, why I've been dodging you, why haven't I answered your challenge in years? It's pretty fucking simple, and if you just think about it, roll it around in your fat, stupid little head, Rig, you could probably figure it out. Why would somebody like me go to somebody low like you? My entire career, I have been on top. I have been a champion. I have been in the top tier. Just because you say my name doesn't mean I go down to your lower level. That would be like Barry Horowitz coming out and challenging Ric Flair to a title match. That would never happen. You would pay it no mind because everyone knows what would happen in that match. You would get squashed. And that's exactly what's going to happen here tonight. It's what you wanted. It's what you begged. It's what you pleaded for. You see, you want to come out here and you call yourself the Rolling Assassin, which to me it doesn't make any sense. But the only sense that makes between that word and you is the spelling of the word assassin. Because you, Rig, everything you stand for, everything about you, everything you are is ass. All your promo skills, your in-ring skills, everything you've done inside this promo ring, it has been ass. So the spelling of that word fits you perfectly. Because you see, Rig, you want to come out here and you want to make fun of my career, laugh, make jokes about it. You want to bring up all the characters, all the gimmicks that I portrayed in my career. But you see, what I am, who I am the epitome of what you were supposed to be when you come into this business, Rig. Because I started out from the bottom and I moved my way all the way up to the top. And when I came into this business, I was nothing but a beer-drinking, alligator-riding, whiskey-simping, mullet-wearing son of a bitch. And I moved my way all the way to the top of every single company, every single federation, everywhere I went. I was number one. I was a top guy. I was a champion. That's why you're out here mad right now, Rig. Because I haven't answered your challenges. You've been out here saying my name and I haven't paid you no mind. That's why you are pissed off. You've been out here and you requested, you begged, you pleaded with management to get this match. Because you're mad. Because while I've been out here perfecting 4 or 5 different characters, different gimmicks, and making them champions, making them a top-level talent, no matter where I was, you have been failing at one your entire career. You have done the same thing, same gimmick, same shit, and you still haven't perfected it. You still haven't gone anywhere with that gimmick. And that's why you're so mad that I never paid you no mind, Rig. But you see, me and you, we'll never be the same. I will always be better than you, no matter what we're doing. Whether it's promo battles, fighting, throwing horseshoes, tic-tac-toe, you fat son of a bitch, I will always be number one over you. And you just can't take that, Rig. Because all you have done your entire career is come out here and write checks that your ass can't cash. Calling out champions, trying to get the top tier, trying to get the number one guys, claiming that you're going to take on the champions because you're going to get what you deserve because you're on such a roll. You've won one match since you've been back here. One fucking match, and you think you're deserved all this? The only thing you deserve is this ass whooping that I'm handing you on a golden fucking platter here tonight, boy. So now you can go back to that little dollar strip club where you call home and you can rest easy tonight because you got your fucking match, you got your ass whooped by the one, the only Jay Briggy. Because you know what they say. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but badass Briggies do.
Whew. Lord, that's how you have a good main event right there, WGP. Before we get to the results, I must say, Rick brought it, but damn it, that man Jay Briggy was spitting hot fire like Dylon. Oh my goodness, that was nice. That was nice. The results, Brother Grimes.
The winner of the main event is Jay Briggy.
Congratulations, Brother Jay Briggy. And might I say, I knew it was kind of over when the man basically called him a knob gobbler. Sorry, R to the double G. You my man, but man, you win some, you lose some. But you'll be back to compete another day.
It doesn't surprise me with Briggy. Briggy's always been that type of talent that just comes out and aims for the throat. And he shoves something down Rig's throat real hard tonight.
Yeah. Don't know if it was Viagra aided, but it definitely was stiff and hard. Sorry, Rig. You was just on the bad end of a bad night. It happens to the best of us. Well, Brother Grimes, I do believe we have come to the conclusion of another great, successful Wicked Wednesday, my brother.
We definitely have. And honestly, man, this as a fan, not as a competitor, because as of right now I'm not competing. But this has been a hell of a hell of a show. Sorry. Hell of a show from beginning to end.
Man, this for those who are just now joining us, please make sure go to the Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs YouTube page and make sure you do watch this Wicked Wednesday from top to bottom, because my gosh, it was a great event from top to bottom. I mean, Brother Grimes, man, it was fantastic hosting the show with you. And, I mean, I'm still shocked from words at how great this Wicked Wednesday was.
And I want to apologize on behalf of the WGP for having some technical difficulties tonight. We were informed midstream that we were not streaming on our Facebook page because WPA4 found that little contract loophole. We kind of lost some of our funds and we lost the access to the page. But I promise you, next show we will be live on Facebook as well.
$13 million, Brother Grimes. $13 million. My goodness. We will get to the bottom of this 13 million because I do know a sanctuary that is in need of sponsoring as well, WPA4, or you can make sure that WGP can return back to Facebook so that we can get our content to the masses. $13 million bastard. I mean, $13 million. But look, on behalf of the great Brother Grimes and the Reverend Gimme Though, WGP has been real, a great Wicked Wednesday in the books, and RIP to the bad guy.